grade violins and violas. This is a lesson video for how to play Ode to Joy. This again would have been one of our concert songs. It was in that music packet that you received, but this is also in your Essential Elements book. So it's number 88, or you can use the bigger version like this. So either one is fine. What we're going to do is go through it kind of measure by measure and help you through it, and then hopefully at the end you'll be able to do a full run through with me. All right, so here we go. Ode to Joy by Beethoven. So we're starting on our F sharp second finger. And again, this is exactly the same for violin and viola, but I'm just going to play it on violin today. So we're all on our D string, second finger F sharp, and we're going to play two Fs and then just go up our D scale, G, and then up to your open A. So let's just do measure one together, going F sharp, G, A. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, play. Alright, so now in measure 2, we're going to repeat that A, and we're just going to come down a D scale. So here's measure 2. Ready, play. And now in measure 3, we're going to start on 2 open Ds, go back up the D scale to E and F sharp, and then stay there for 2 half notes to finish out the line. So here's the last 2 measures of line 1, starting on 2 open Ds. Ready, play. And then half note, an F, E. So you can see that basically the first line is just going up a mini scale, down a mini scale, and then up an even smaller scale and going back down. Really not that hard. We're not skipping any fingers. So again, if that was a little tricky for you though, put some letter names in, say the letters, pluck through it first before trying to bow it. But once you're more comfortable with it, let's try the whole first line without stopping. Here we go. So starting again on F sharp, nice and slow, all of line 1. 1, 2, ready, play. There you go. Nice job. So again, do that as many times as you need to until you feel comfortable. Now moving on to line 2, it's almost exactly the same thing. We start again F sharp, G, A, repeat A, come on down, D, D, E, F. The only thing that's different are the last 2 half notes. So in the first line we went F sharp, E. In this line we're going E, D. So let's try all of line 2 without stopping. Because again, same exact thing except for the last 2 notes. Here we go. F sharp, 1, 2, ready, here we go. E, and then open D. All right, so once you can do that line, go back to the beginning and try line 1 and line 2 without stopping. Okay, we are now on to line 3. And in line 3, we're going to get a combination of quarter notes, half notes, and eighth notes, all in one line of music. So let's just take it again slowly, one measure at a time. So it says measure 9, this is line 3. We're starting on an E half note, then go up to your F sharp, but then lift up all your fingers down to an open D. So here we go. Let's try measure 9. Ready, and E, F, D. Now, if you get messed up in that, it's probably because you didn't hold your E long enough. So remember to count 2 beats during that E, or say half note, so you know how long to hold it. Let's do it one more time just to be on the safe side. Here's measure 9, the first measure of line 3. Ready, and 1, 2. Okay, next measure. We're going to do a blueberry muffin rhythm. We're going to go up the scale in a blueberry. So E, F, G. And then for the muffin part, we're going to return to the F sharp and then lift all our fingers up for an open D. So this measure will sound like this. So that little turnaround can mess people up sometimes. So you could practice just the 2 eighth notes in the quarter going F, G, F. Try it a couple times. Back and forth. Sorry for that bounce. My cat just jumped up on the table. All right. And then the whole measure. measure to do a bunch of times until you feel like you've got it. Break it down into little pieces, 2 notes at a time, 3 notes at a time. Once you have that, then you're just about ready for the next measure, which is the same exact rhythm. Notes are almost the same, but instead of the open D at the end of this measure, we're going to do an E instead. So here is measure 3 on line 3. Okay, so let's hear that one more time. And then we just have one measure left, and it's pretty easy. We're going to go open D, E, and then open A. Now, I think this line is the hardest line out of this entire song. So what I would do again is do one measure at a time. Can you do each one by itself? Then can you pair up 2 measures and play 2 measures together? Then pair up 3 measures, and then see if you can do the whole line. Okay, so this one you'll have to spend a little time on to make sure you've got it down. All right, once you've done that on your own, come back to this video, and now let's do that entire third line without stopping. Here we go. 1, 2, line 3, here we go. And now for the last line, luckily for you, it's the same as line 2. So you already know this part. Let's wrap it up with line 4, the very last line of the song. And again, this is exactly the same as line 2. Here we go. Ready? F sharp. So again, go back, practice any part you need, any line, any measure that you need to. And when you're ready, let's do the whole thing all the way through without stopping. So here's the beginning of Ode to Joy, all the way through. Careful with counting in your half notes. Careful with those blueberry rhythms. Here we go. 1, 2, F sharp, play. So if you can make it all the way through that, fantastic job. Very nice job. You know, one thing too I was thinking of while I was playing this, one thing that also trips people up is going from one line to the next line. So what you have to kind of get used to doing is when you get to the end of a line, jump your eyes forward to the next part, even though you're still playing the half note, E or D or whatever note it is. You kind of have to skip ahead and be ready to know what the next note is. So you can practice that by playing the last measure of line 1 and then the first measure of line 2. Just do those 2 measures a couple times and then do the same thing for the next 2 until you get comfortable with going from line to line like that. And if there's anything else we can help you with, of course, just email me or Mrs. Schmidt, and hope you have a good time practicing this song.